Yeah, it's Mitch Allen with WeCan again. I'm just down the road from the last video and the last pump. As you can see, there's the pump, and there's the filtration bag, and there's the culvert. And I believe this silk fencing is supposed to go up around this culvert so that settlements and things don't get drug into the culvert pipe and plug it up, which is pretty plugged up with growth and stuff in it in the first place. But this color right here is a little scary. Don't know what that's all about or what it might be, but it doesn't look friendly. I mean, it's not the rainbow colors, but I guarantee it's coming from this bag over here. It doesn't seem to be hooked up properly, just like the last one. You know, I mean, it is pumping out, it's letting so much water come out. I've never seen one work quite like this, but this suction hose or this discharge hose is pumped full, but you can see it coming out around the tie point of the bag. So it's letting most of the settlements out. And you can actually see the settlements and stuff right there, how it's piling up. You know, that's all sand. It's not necessarily been washed away. It's sand that's coming out of all that water from right there that is settling out here, that dewatering picks up. But all this black pipe, that's horizontal drilling pipe, what they will use for the horizontal drill that will go under that driveway right there, the entrance to a school. You see the thick walls on it, about an inch thick. It's really heavy duty pipe. They fuse it together for any place they horizontal drill. And this one's been drug along the ground or something. It's got some pretty serious gouges in it too. Massive diesel pumps. But it's sucking water out of the ground all the way down to that track hoe that's down there. So it has the ability to suck water. I'm going to guess that to be about 150, maybe 200 feet. And it sucks it out of the ground pretty doggone fast. And these pipes are in the ground. I believe I saw them. They're about 20 foot down in the ground. Yeah, right here, this is the end of the bore. So that pipe right there will be fused together and they'll bore all the way down here. And it looks like they got one section of pipe in where this little area has been dug. And these are all marker pipes where they uncovered. You know, right here it says top of telephone cable, gray conduit. It's 4 inches or 4 foot. This one's got, looks like 12 foot 2 inches, but I can't imagine they were able to uncover that deep by hand. But a lot of these white pipes are just marker pipes of things that are in the ground for them to miss. See, this one's 5 foot to top of fiber FM. It could be a force main. I don't know that we have a sewer force main running down this street, because we don't have sewer on our subdivision. But yeah, it looks like they got one section of pipe in. I'm trying to find their running line. Their running line is over here. So it actually doesn't look like they got any pipe in along here. Huh. But this does look like it's been dug up out here. But anyway, just wanted to stop and show another dewatering pump. And at least they do have a filtration bag on, not really properly hooked up or properly working. But it is better than no filtration bag whatsoever. So again, it's Mitch Allen, WeCan. Together we can do more. Once again, along a pipeline trail, just a little different than the gas pipeline. But same process. Yeah, I've never seen one quite let water out that fast. Huh. And a lot of the water is coming around. It's not going through the bag at all. But I guess when you force the water in that fast, it's going to come out somehow. But it's a shame. Because like this stuff that's floating on top, it's definitely because of that. It's some kind of stuff that hasn't settled yet. It doesn't look real friendly. And because this culvert is all filled up, I mean, you can see the grass growing up in it. It won't flow the water that well, but let's see what we got over here on the other side of the street. And I feel for these guys because we got quite a bit of rain last night, which only makes everything work that much harder and fills all the wetlands up like it's supposed to. But here's the other side of the ditch. Looks like somebody been pumping some water over here without a filtration bag or something, but you can see the water running on down the stormwater ditch. So they're pumping it over there so they can dig. It's coming up over there out of the culvert and then running on down and back into the wetlands. Most of all this land around this school and around our subdivision is all wetland. I mean, come on, Florida was a swamp. The Lake Wells Ridge is known as the first beachfront property, so everything else was underwater at one time until they created artificial drainage and the dredging started. But more of the horizontal drilling pipe. Let me screen back out, sorry about that. That's been sitting here for a few months now. And it really shouldn't have sat here for this long because the sun doesn't do plastic real well. But yeah, they're gonna have fun. I don't know if all of this is gonna get horizontal drilled or not. Trying to see where their purple stakes are. Oh, they're showing them way up here, I guess by the side of the road. Because these purple flags, I believe, are their running line. Yes, this is center line of bore. So maybe they're going to bore all of this because this is nothing but really wet ground. This is the beginning of the bore, so they're going to start the bore here and bore over there to about where that pump and the porta-john is. About 100-foot bore. Wow. That means they got to dig through all of that. If you look down there, they have dug out the wetland down there a whole bunch. Or dug out, no, I shouldn't say a whole bunch, but they dug out quite a bit of it. I guess to give a place for the water to go, but I don't know what they're going to do with it when they got to dig through here. Wow, so there is a sewer pipeline here. I've never seen this one before. Huh. Yeah, and undoubtedly that's an access. Polk County wastewater. Huh. See, this is where they've pushed over a bunch of trees in the wetland and cleared all this out. Because it's funny, their running line up there is to the left of that speed limit sign. But the running line down here changes, and I've never seen them do that. It makes it so hard for the contractor to put it in when you cross it back and forth across other utilities. And it's one thing to parallel an existing utility. It's a whole nother thing when you have to cross them. See, that's a utility right there. There's another one, and there's another one where they've spot holed them. You know, it says 5 foot to the top. I can't tell what that says on there, but that one says 5 foot to the top of a telephone cable. But the running line changes. You know, this is right away, but here's the reclaimed water line. This would be the center line. They're saying cut 5 foot. So they got to go 5 foot from that bottom line. Boy, that's going to be tough, because they're going to have all that water coming in that ditch, and a very dangerous ditch to work in. And you got fiber optic cable over here. I mean, that's what that says on there, fiber optic, caution. So it's just strange how they've put that they're gonna, where their center line is for this new pipe, man. They didn't keep it straight at all. And this road's supposed to be widened here before too long. It's been planned forever. They just haven't got around to it. And they've pushed all these trees over. And I wouldn't doubt that they will just leave them to rot. You know, of course, this isn't in front of the gated community either. You see, this is some of the peat moss. You know, this is peat right here, peat moss that they dug out of this doggone thing. You know, it's where he dug it up on here, and that's the filter for our water, is peat. It's also real good planting material, but I wouldn't get it from the side of the road, because you never know what's in it. But I walked on down here to see what this danger cable route, telephone cable underground. It's critical circuits. And that's out there in the water. And wow, now the center line gets even further over, closer, like right next to and on top of other utilities. Them the purple ribbons next to that orange one is the center line of this new pipeline. Wow. And down there is where I've done another video, and they were dewatering the bore. They bored it out but didn't pull the pipe in, and it caused, I'm going to call it a sinkhole. It's still caved in right next to a sidewalk. But anyway, it's been challenging. Together we can do more, and it's sad what they get away with. Anyway, y'all have a great day.